There's this myth that I've found myself perpetuating over the past couple of years, ever since I quit my job, really. And I think it's really common in high-performing circles, entrepreneurial circles, small business owners. And what I found with this myth is that when I'm not aware of it, it leads to frustration, it leads to regret, it leads to disappointment. And since I have become aware of it, it's led to a lot more presence and fulfillment and happiness. And this wouldn't be a good YouTube video if I just told you what it was right now, so you'll have to wait just a second. I'm Patrick Menefee, and I'm here to help you level up your money, your mindset, and your mission by sharing the stories of how I've been able to do the same thing and how I've been able to overcome some of the situations that I've been in order to help me get there. Now, these videos drop every Monday, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and you can be alerted when they come out. And if you want more, I have a newsletter that comes out every other week called the Menefee Monday Motivator. You can click the link in the description below to sign up. Now, because you've waited so patiently, what is the myth? The myth is around financial freedom. I've talked in previous videos about how we can debunk that a little bit in order to create the basic level of financial freedom, but I want to take that a step further today. And I want to share a story with you that kind of illustrates this myth and this perpetual cycle that we have of getting it wrong. A month ago, my daughter, who's 2.5 years old, she had a daycare party, a Christmas party. And we knew about the party, but we thought that it was something that her teachers were going to take her to. And we found out the day beforehand on Thursday that the only way that she could go was if either me or my wife were there. Both of us had some stuff going on. It was a Friday afternoon, had some work scheduled. I didn't have any calls scheduled, but I had work that needed to get done. Just like any business owner, you probably resonate with this. There's always something to be done. We could work 29 hours a day for 9 days a week, and we would never get everything done that we need to get done. So I had stuff stacked up in the afternoon, stuff that was going to help me progress forward and help my business continue to move. And so I thought, probably not going to make that. I may not have the level 5, level 10 financial freedom that I want in the future, where I have so much money coming in that I don't have to worry about anything. Also a myth. Save that for another day. But I keep having this perception of getting there, getting to a future state where I can make these choices. And really it's a choice that I have to make right now. And as I started to think about that, as I made the decision and the commitment to go enjoy the afternoon with my daughter that day and go to that party, I realized that I had gotten financial freedom wrong for the past 3+ years. Now, before I quit my job, much like maybe you or a bunch of other people say, we always talk about the importance of, I'm quitting my job because I don't want anybody to tell me what to do. I want to make choices that are my own. I want to do the things for me and not have to live under the thumb of somebody else. And then we go right back to this cycle of doing what other people expect us to do, doing what the perceived identity of an entrepreneur does, where we grind and we hustle and we work and we put in all of the hours. You got to put in the hours, otherwise, what are you doing? And in reality, what I found was that my definition of financial freedom was effectively, in practice, to create higher levels of financial freedom. The whole reason that I quit my job wasn't actually in action to make the choices that I wanted to make and to have my own freedom. The whole purpose of quitting my job was effectively to build level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5 financial freedom. And that's terrible, it's bullshit. That is the myth that we continue to perpetuate. And as I've let that myth run rampant in my head, that's what led to the regret that I talked about before, the not being present, the disappointment, the frustration, because there's always something to build. Once I've started to become more aware of this, I've felt this weight lifted, this freedom given, and I've been able to enjoy everything a lot more because I have the choice, the opportunity, the freedom in the moment to make the choice that I want to make. Now, the cool thing is, fast forward to last week, and I got the chance to try this again and think about it differently again. We had the storms that came through and my daughter's daycare was closed this time. And while I had plenty of stuff to do, I had just come off of a weekend retreat where I was gone for 4 days, had a lot of work to catch up on. It was right after the holidays. There were a million reasons why I needed to do a bunch of work. It was a Tuesday. I worked Monday all day, and this is only my second day back. But when she was home that day, my wife and I traded off a little bit. I had a couple hours in the afternoon where I came in my office and I locked myself in here and I was 100% all in on work for those moments. She wasn't in here, she was out there with my wife. But for the other parts of the day, I was on the floor with her. I wasn't on my computer trying to get some stuff done. When she was playing, I had my iPad out and I was doing some stuff that I wanted to do. But I didn't feel the need to be halfway in with her and halfway in on work. I had the freedom to make the decision in that moment to be all in with her. And that is the true definition of financial freedom. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I know that I will be in the future, but I have the freedom to make the decisions right now. And in a lot of cases, you may too, if you've already left your job. And so my encouragement to you is to learn from this. Don't go down the same path that I've gone down. Really think about financial freedom. And the beauty of this is it's also caused intentionality in the rest of my day, in the rest of my business. I want to be able to have the freedom and flexibility to drop what I need to drop in order to go spend time with my family or go do the important things, which means that when it's time to work, it's time to work. It's time to get things done. It's time to do the high leverage activities that are going to move me and my business forward. And I can be very intentional about that. And then when it's time to play, when it's time to make the decision to be with my daughter, to be with my wife, to be with my family, to do something for me, I can go all in on that. Because financial freedom is the freedom to make a choice, not the freedom to pursue more freedom and more freedom and more freedom and more freedom and never exercise the choice. So I hope this is beneficial to you. I hope you can learn from my experience and from my story and from my mistakes so that you can get past them a little bit faster. I'd love to hear from you and love to hear if you resonate with this, if you've experienced this yourself. If so, comment below, let me know what you think. And again, hit subscribe and I'll see you next week.